Michael Ende is an author I wish I had met before he passed away in 1995. See, a few years after his death, I discovered apparently he was extremely unhappy. Let's just say hated the film adaptation of his 1979 book, The Neverending Story. I mean, if only I could have told him that movie is what inspired me to become an author. You know, he may have hated the film and what was done to his book, but for me, his story changed my life. Now, for anyone who has seen the 1984 film starring Tammy Stronach, who instantly became the most beautiful girl I had ever seen, and directed by Wolfgang Petersen, I highly recommend you read the novel. Now, rest assured, I was not the only boy to fall in love with the childlike empress that summer. But while she remained only a fantasy to all the other boys, for me, Moonchild became much, much more. And the film only covers the first half of the book. There is far more to the story that the movie never touches upon. The Neverending Story
follows the tale of Bastian Balthazar Bucks, a grade school boy who steals away in his school attic to read a magical book he has stolen. Borrowed without permission, actually, from a bookstore.
Now, if you've never seen the film or read the book, I don't want to reveal any more than that. The Neverending Story taught me the magic of storytelling in a way no other book ever has. See, I firmly believe that all great writers never make up stories. Great writers always hear their stories. The characters speak to you. They talk about their adventures, their hardships, their loves, their sorrows, their joys. Our job is simply to write it down as eloquently and poetically and articulately as we can. Plenty of people, they don't understand that. Plenty of people don't believe it. They think it's weird or some eccentric, delusional trait of creative insanity. Even plenty of fellow writers think it's weird. By the way, you writers are the ones who suck really bad. That's fine. I don't care who believes it or not. My perceptions of life don't require validation from others. I live it. I experience it every single day. Stories speak to me. Characters talk to me. Now, along with this philosophy, I also firmly believe that as writers, we are destined for our stories. We don't choose our stories. Stories choose the writer. Characters decide, we want you to be the one to tell this. Certain stories are destined to be written by certain writers. And by the same token, certain readers are destined to read certain stories. Thus, the magic flows full circle. In that way, all writers have not only a deep personal connection to their tales, but a rather sacred responsibility to them as well. Stories are truly our children, for the souls of tales are entrusted to us to nurture and protect until they are ready to change the world. Readers, I believe, touch the same well of magic. As readers, stories are like falling in love with a magic soul. And hopefully you understand what I mean. Hopefully you have experienced that feeling in your own life. Falling in love is one thing, but finding a magic soul, finding one you love to the core of your very being, that's a whole different experience. At least, I imagine it would be. The magic souls change your life. You could date hundreds of people in your lifetime and still never meet one magic soul. And for me, the Neverending Story was a magic soul of a book. This was a story that touched me in a way I had never experienced before. The power and wonderment of Michael Ende's words gave my life purpose, gave my future a dream, gave my heart a passion, and gave wings to my hopes. When you believe in the magic, odd things can start to happen. Serendipity favors the dreamers. These books aren't merely entertaining or fun. These are books that conjure blizzards and thunderstorms. These are the stories that make the lights go out and scare your cat into hissing at the shadows. These books take on a biblical sanctity. These aren't books you love. They become books you revere, sacred texts. The Neverending Story is holy to me in all the ways a book can be. Within her pages, the childlike empress became my one true love, and the queen to whom I have sworn my lifelong fealty, evermore her devoted knight, in piety and chivalric obedience. My pen be brandished in eternal servitude to the golden-eyed commander of wishes. I don't know if you would love the Neverending Story as much as I love it. As I said before, certain readers are destined to read certain stories. Perhaps, as the character of Carl Conrad Coriander predicts, this book is not for you. When I was 14 years old, I excitedly recommended it to a friend and told him how magical and strange and wondrous it was. I told him how such weird things happened and how I was forced to read by candlelight and how the world felt so different when my journey through Fantastica was done. And he read it, and nothing happened. He thought it was okay. Dude, that harshed my bliss. He didn't get it. He didn't feel it. For his eyes, there was no magic. And alas, this book was not for him. Truth be told, more likely than not, you'll react the same way my friend did. Chances are you won't discover the same magic that I found in the Neverending Story. Chances are you've become too old and cynical to believe in any magic at all. But if you haven't, if you're still wise enough to know that dreams are not so far removed from reality, if you're still wishing on stars when no one is looking, if you're still searching for fairy rings, just in case, then maybe this book was meant for you. I am only one in a long line of saviors of Fantastica. We need you. My Empress needs you. You have discovered this book for a reason. The nothing grows stronger every day. Time is running out. Don't keep us waiting. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, you keep speaking English, America.
Speak American English.